Welcome back to H2O Kids TV. I am Wanda Big Blazer, and here is the scoop. Hello everyone, Wanda Big Blazer here. Today we are talking about David. David is a rather famous guy in the Old Testament. He wrote music, he was a great warrior, he was a great king, and Jesus, the most important person in the Bible, comes from the family line of David. You can read about David's story in the books of 1st and 2nd Samuel, and a little bit onward beyond that, in the Old Testament. But a lot of the stories that you've heard before are probably from 1st and 2nd Samuel. In 1st Samuel 17, we read about the incredible story of David when he was a little boy, when he fought Goliath, this massive giant. This story is important for us to read and think about and talk about because of what David said before he fought the giant. You will read more of this story with your leaders and your other friends later, but in chapter 17, verse 47, David says, "The battle is the Lord's." You're going to talk more about what that means. But basically, throughout David's life, he made a lot of mistakes. He was not a perfect guy. He's a human being. But he kept his eyes on the Lord. Even when he made mistakes and looked away, he asked God for forgiveness and turned his eyes back to the Lord. He was a man after God's own heart. He loved the Lord and wanted to be in the presence of the Lord. David wrote a lot of the Psalms in the Bible. Those are poems or songs about halfway through the Bible. The book, it's a whole book of Psalms. David wrote a lot of those. And in those Psalms, no matter what David is feeling in his heart, if he's feeling mad at God or mad at other people, if he's feeling really sad, or if he's feeling really happy, it's pretty obvious that he loves the Lord and wants to be with him. That's why the Psalms are my favorite book in the Old Testament, Psalms. So pause the video here, leaders, and kids, your leaders are going to give you some verses that you guys are going to read and talk about together. Think about David. Think about how cool he was, but also how he was a person, and he loved God. And now, you'll never believe it, we have an interview live on the field with David himself. Listen in.
Hello, welcome to H2O Kids TV. I'm Ella, and I'm here with... Hey, where's David? David? David?
Hi!
Hey, Dave, here to have a seat?
Oh, of course. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yes, very good. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me.
Oh, anything for you?
Yes, of course. Anyway, I think we're all excited to have you here. I can't speak for everyone, but I'm sure we're all excited to hear about your fight with the giant.
Oh, Goliath again. Everyone always wants to talk about Goliath. You know, God's done a lot of great things in my life besides that day, you know.
Oh, really? Like what?
Well, there was this time, me and Mr. Liar here, we used to actually sing to the king when he got a little bit angry.
Oh, yeah, we have heard about King Saul.
Yeah, he's made his mistakes just like everyone else, but, you know, he is who God chose to be king, and I can respect that.
So what other things have you done in your life?
Well, there was this time the king actually asked me to go deep into Philistine territory, and, wait, who's watching this interview?
The kids of H2O Kids.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I guess there was this other story where King Saul, I had my chance to get revenge on him. He was in the cave and he was, you know what, let's just go talk about the giant then.
Yeah, let's hear about Goliath.
Yeah, not many of my stories are very kid-friendly. So, anyways, I actually have been working on a little song for this. Do you mind if I tell you it in song form?
You can sing a little.
Okay, good. So there was this enormous Philistine soldier, 6 cubits in a span, and he began taunting God's people, calling us a cowardly clan. So I went to King Saul, this was, before he hated me, and said, listen here, king man, no one wants to fight Goliath, well, I can. Yeah?
Maybe tell us without the rhyming. What did King Saul say to that?
Oh, well, he didn't think I was big enough or strong enough. He even tried giving me his armor, which, didn't fit. But I knew something that King Saul had forgotten.
What had King Saul forgotten?
Well, it was really kind of simple. He had forgotten who the battle belonged to. Do you know who the battle belonged to?
I don't know, Goliath?
No, the battle belonged to the Lord. Back when I was a shepherd, God gave me the strength to fight off lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. I just knew that he could give me the strength to do it again.
I didn't know you were a shepherd.
Yeah, and sometimes I think God is our shepherd too. He leads us, he protects us. Actually, you know what? I wrote a really great song about that.
Hang on. No singing. Let's finish the interview.
Okay. So I went down to the stream, I grabbed 5 smooth stones, and I went back up to Goliath, and of course, he's making fun of me because he had forgotten about something too. And he was messing with the wrong people. God was on our side, and he would fight for his people. So I took my sling, I took the stone, and I soared through the air, right smack into his head. That dude goes downtown. And so I go up to him, take his own sword, and take it right back down, right
onto...
You know what? The details aren't important. Let's just go on with the interview.
Oh, you're right. We're almost out of time. David, we have one more question for you. What does the word faith mean to you?
Faith. Sorry. Faith, yeah, I think it just means that. Is remembering that God is the one who fights our battles. And that it's not about how strong we are. It's not how important or skilled we are. It's just really trusting that God is going to be the one who comes through for us, Even in the middle of the valley of shadows. Hey, speaking of the valley of shadows, I have this amazing song.
We're out of time.
Oh, but it's such a good song. It's my best one yet.
I'm sure it is, but we're out of time. Thank you for joining us for H2O Kids TV. As always, I'm Ella. We'll see you next time.
You know what? They could really make something like a different instrument where this came out like a long neck and we could even like plug electricity into it and be like...
Thank you for joining us for Big Hitters in the Old Testament. We will see you next week. Okay, all right, I think we're just gonna do it. We're gonna record it. This is gonna be the real thing. All right, David, stop strumming. Okay, all right, so step up, David. And when... But wait, I'm not Wanda. I'm Lana. Lana's favorite book of the Old Testament is the Psalms. I'm not really sure what Wanda's favorite book is. Not Judges. Not Numbers. Wanda's favorite book of the Bible is Isaiah. Anyways. Do something funny for the blooper reel.
That's so weird.
Right, okay. Behind the scenes. Okay, all right. Okay, let's begin.